Good day everyone, a very fine day to you. I hope you are well. My name is Nick, we're on the zxspectrum 48K, and we're looking at a game called After the War, published by Dinamic Software in 1989. Now those people that keep an eye on the channel will know we've already reviewed this game on the Commodore Amiga, and it was all okay without pushing the envelope a great deal. Also come out on the Amstrad CPC, the Atari ST, Commodore 64 and an MSX. Basically it's in the year's 2019 in Manhattan, as I do my keys here. It's a post-apocalyptic world, and we must head to the HQ of a schizo murderer, yes, Professor McGerrin, I think. Here we go. It's a really large sprite. We can do kicks. This is interesting. It's different to the Commodore Amiga version. Kicks and punches. You see a time ticking down in the bottom left. On the Amiga one, I sort of like run out of time. So it's all monochrome in the actual action. This moves a bit slow, but there's a hell of a lot of detail scrolling along here. So it's doing a lot of stuff. Oh, there's bombs there, is it? Oh, that's killed me. Right, okay. So it would look quite amazing from the screenshots, but it's one of those old adages. It's playing a bit in a clunky manner. Right, now on the Amiga version, looking at the screen size, I don't think it's going to do this. On a certain point, a bit like Dragon Ninja, we could jump up to higher platforms and then fall back down again. This looks like it's not going to do it. Anyway, I've died there. So it looks like if you take a few punches or kicks, you're dead. Lives are in the bottom right. If you had this game back in the day, let me know. So it's 48K. Looks like it's one of those games that might have fared better in 128K to maybe add a bit of colour or do a bit of music to lift it. Again, the sounds are a little bit weedy, but it sure looks okay. 1989, it's fairly near the end of the Spectrum's run, but still in the still in 1989. Now, the character that you're controlling is called Jonathan Rogers, and to his friends, he said again, he's called Jungle Rogers. Why? We're not in the jungle. I suppose it's a concrete jungle, I suppose. If you completed the game, let me know. So what do I think of the game so far? Well, it's quite early days, but I think it animates well. Controls a bit clunky for a beat 'em up, just punching and kicking. It's 2D scrolling. It's quite easy to die, and it's a game over there. So I'll have a few goes. I'm doing this on keys. Maybe you'll get a bit more joy with a joystick. So 1989. Now, if you're liking these reviews, and you haven't already, and you watched this far in, please consider subscribing, because it might be a case you like this kind of guff, as we try and review everything that come out ever. So we don't review rude stuff, because this is a PG channel. So if you want to watch it with your kids, not the cup of tea. If you want to watch it with your kids, you can do, and there won't be any swearing. Although I do say the occasional nincompoop and biffity boofity baff. Anyway. We're jumping like a wally. I don't think I'm going to get too much further here. Now, I do have a cheat I can put in for infinite lives, I think, or strength or something, so we can see a bit further. The game is in two parts. Once you complete part one, which is this, I think you end in a subway, you'll get to... you get given a password, and on side 2 of the tape, you type in that password. It turns into a bit like this, but he's got a gun, and it's a bit of a run and gun shooter as well. So that might be a bit more exciting than this side. These reviews aren't about expert gameplay. They'll be how you got on with your first or second go, and a lot of people might not have seen part 2, because this looks like it's tough going. These bombs are particularly tricky. You need to jump over them. Right, so 2 minutes 9. Oh, is that 2 minutes 4 anyway? 2 minutes 8 now, right. There is a cheat for infinite time as well, but I haven't put that on, so, you know, it's a bit of a challenge. But look at the graphics. It scrolls really well. The graphics are amazing. Despite being monochrome, the characters do stand out. He walks like nobody. Keeping these... Try and walk like that across the room. Have a go. You're moving your feet, but your arms are going to be dead straight in front of you like that. Like a kangaroo or something. If you are a kangaroo, you're going to find that quite easy to do. There's a Statue of Liberty there, Manhattan. Right, end of level boss time. Here he comes. It's a massive Jeff Capes. There is a Jeff Capes game. Check that out on the ZX Spectrum if you dare. It's called Jeff Capes Challenge. It's called Jeff Capes something. Anyway, as I get punched in the face and die. Oh, what? Oh, I got to start all over again. Oh, that's unbelievable. Oh, they should have done a save point there just before the boss. Surely. Oh dear, that's pretty nice. Yeah, this game would have really infuriated me back in the day, only because it's unfair save points and the controls are a little bit clunky. But anyway, it sure looks nice. It sure looks nice. Look, right, we're going to put a poke in now for infinite lives or strength. I don't know which. We'll soon find out. I think the bombs can still kill us though, maybe. Flying kick is a bit of a waste of time. The best move is just to do well, you know, it's boring, but just to go down and do a punch. That one practically lands almost every time. Points there, 400, but that's a bit inconsequential because it's all about getting to the end of the level before the time runs out. Points don't really mean anything to anyone, right? Bombs, yes, see, the bombs can still kill me. Oh, man. And the cheat don't work, it just makes it worse. If you're liking your ZX Spectrum games, we have reviewed over 1,000, you know. Yes, that's right, 1,000 and counting. If you want to see them all, you won't have time to see them all, but you can have an attempt. Some of your favourites might be there. They're all in a playlist. If you click on my username, that takes you to the channel page. People that watch the channel a lot will already know this. Then you check on playlists, and then ZX Spectrum will be there, along with a load of other systems as well. Yeah, we cover loads of systems really, but Spectrum is the most. It's a computer I had first, and the one I grew up with. As that bloke takes a punch to the nose. Don't get involved in those bombs. I think this game is lacking power-ups. Maybe the shooting bit has it on part 2 of the whatchamacallit. I'd be interested to see if we progress further, whether the screen changes colour. I like an option where you can press a button, it goes yellow and purple and green. That might have been quite nice, but white in black on black is probably the best choice of colours anyway. Right, there's a Statue of Liberty's head, and here comes the boss man. Not Bruce Springsteen. Right, okay, now I should have infinite strength here, so I can kick him at my leisure. Do check out the Amiga version. It feels a completely different game to this, so the character's got a slight resemblance. You're using more of the screen on the Commodore Amiga because the character is smaller. But yeah, both of them aren't brilliant sort of games. Out of the two, then the Spectrum's more impressive because it's pushing the system more than the Commodore Amiga one was. But you know, this is a late ZX Spectrum game, and after all, the Commodore Amiga was an early Amiga, so it's early games versus late games. So maybe it isn't a very fair comparison. Jungle Rogers. I think I only found out it was called Jungle Rogers on the Spectrum instructions. I don't think the Amiga instructions had it on, but anyway, he's in the concrete jungle. Bit like Predator 2, but that bloke's dead. Good. Right, now what? Oh, it just scrolls on. It's not a multi-load. That's impressive. Or is it multi-loading now? No, that's impressive. I thought there'd be a multi-load there. Stage 2 just floats on. Even Golden Axe didn't have that. It had a breaking. Oh, look now. End of different enemies to fight. It's amazing they've got all this onto one sort of like program then, where maybe it does a multi-load later on, but the gameplay is essentially the same. The scenery though, the scenery is varied back there. The artwork deserves an award, but the game does not. I'm looking at it as a bit of art as I was walking through an art gallery, so I'd only play this now really to look at the artwork, and it's one of the best artwork games I've ever seen in terms of a beat 'em up. Yeah. It'd be good to see if someone could mod this with colour. Rafael Miazga, or maybe on the Spectrum next they give it a few extra moves and maybe colour it in a bit. But it jolly looks nice, doesn't it? Excellent. See a bit of shadowing there with the column just to the right also. I used to design graphics on graph paper back in the day, which I should have been using for my maths homework. But yeah, this stuff would look quite nice on that. Right, Khabib, let's get as far as I possibly can. Game playability is a bit of an also-ran, to be fair. I would have preferred Golden Axe, although Golden Axe looked far, far more basic than this, but plays a little bit better. Right, there's that person coming with a gun. Great compiler using this dynamic software, and they've done a dynamic job. You can't turn around and fight though. You might have noticed I keep doing the occasional back elbow. I don't think there's a button for making him turn around. So whenever someone approaches him from behind, he's just got to line himself up with their belly button and elbow them in the belly button. So if you've got a gun and you don't win that fight, you're a big wally. Right, it's Jeff Capes again. Oh dear, come on, you wally. This is stage 2. Biff, baff, boff. Oh no, see I don't think I would have got past this bit back in the day. As a game I might have loaded it every now and again, as I say, for the artwork, but wouldn't have ever seen side 2 ever. If you did have side 2, let me know. Either that be on any version, let's say Amstrad CPC. I'll have to play this on the Commodore 64, but be interested to see if the Commodore 64 version is more like the Amiga or more set out like the ZX Spectrum. I presume it'll have colour. Yeah, I think it might be more like the Amiga, but I don't know until I play the thing. Right, time is 1 minute 14. Points are building up, but I said that's not really worth anything. I don't know why Jonathan Rogers, or Jungle Rogers, his nickname, what's going on there? He hasn't got any other help there. He needs a tank or something. Like a Blazing Thunder. Right, back elbow to the belly button, and she's dead. Mohican woman. I don't think I can take this too much longer. As you see, the gameplay is not really that varied. You see, you've got a maximum of 2 people on screen. This is a bit where 3 people come on. There to fight. 1 from the front. Oh, 3 people, there we go. Back elbow to the belly button. That woman's just firing over my head like a wally, if indeed it is a woman. It might be a man, I'm not sure, I don't know. If it's you, comment below, explain yourself. Right, there we go. Just these 2 hoodlums to fight next. You know, for all this graphics, so I prefer the playability of the simple and straightforward Target Renegade. We can go up and down the screen. That's my favourite beat 'em up on this. Target Renegade to actual Renegade. So, but again, with Target Renegade, you could favour a special move, which is the jumping kick lunge thing there on this one. This one is the punch, which incidentally in Yia Kung Fu, also you can get quite far by doing that mid punch sort of thing. I wasn't paying attention then. Did I win or did I die? I don't know. I might have got hit by a bomb. Not a bath bomb. That's the weakest bomb ever. You can get no terrorists with bath bombs. Right. I might turn the cheat off. I think the cheat might be off. I don't know. It says lives 1. Maybe it is off. I don't know. Well, I think I've got infinite strength, but occasionally with certain things it doesn't work. Right. Walking past some boxes now. So you've pretty much seen the whole game. You know what I think about it. You put what you think about it. Do you like it? Would you persisted with it, or would you just say no? It's a bit like a tech demo, I suppose. But that's unfair. It's longer than a tech demo. There's a bit there, but yeah, I'd like a cheat just to see all the artwork. Day 2 might be good. I didn't get to, or side 2. I didn't get to part 2 on the Amiga version either. Dynamic Software had a few games, didn't they? Did a few games. This is probably their most detailed one, I would say. So good to see from a historical point of view and from a performance point of view, but not really a game to spend a great deal of time with. If you want a bit of action, a bit of stress busting fun, I would imagine. I think that might be the last live. It's game over. Well, it was interesting. I don't think I'll be coming back unless it hits a live stream. I presume we're going to do some again. But there you go. So, thank you for watching that one. That game was called After the War on the zxspectrum 48K, published by Dinamic Software in 1989. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro? By all means, put that below. I love reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.